guys, so yes, I'm in my classroom on spring break. It is not an official work day for us today, but the custodians are here, so we were allowed to come in, and we haven't had many work days this year, and I just wanted to clean and organize a little bit in my classroom. So that is what I'm here to do today. I'm not going to stay for long. I'm probably going to leave as soon as I get hungry, but I just wanted to organize, and I will take you guys along as I do that. So if you've ever wondered, this is what a classroom looks like on spring break. Our chairs are up. It smells super clean in here because they just mopped the floors. All my popcorn stools are up. Trash cans are on chairs. So I'm gonna start the day by going through this stuff on my desk here. I'm just leaving the popcorn stools up for now. Yes, they are being destroyed, sadly. I have benchmark scores that I need to put into my data binders, and I need to organize these a little bit. And then I'm going to go through this stuff and see where my kids are at with fractions so I can finish putting them on the wall here. So I put my benchmark data in my data binder, and now I can't really show you what I'm doing because it has kids' names on it. But I'm going through their little fraction focus of the week, and I'm grading it, and then I'm writing in my checklist what piece of fractions they still don't understand, and then I'm going to take that and put them on the fraction map over there based on that. So there's going to be a few kids that I'm able to move, which is great, and then a few that are still gonna struggle along the way, but we're gonna get them to the end. So here's my map. I have some stragglers along the way, and my planes are flying backwards, but basically everyone has made it over there. They barely got a chance to move along, but that's okay. I put them up, did something cute, it's fine. Now I just took the time to rewrite my kids' names on their lunch choice magnets. I've had a lot of questions on previous videos about what lunch choice is, and all that is the kids come in the morning and they have 3 choices for lunch, or if they're a lunchbox, and they let us know. That way we can give the cafeteria some numbers so they don't make too much food, and so they make enough. So that's what lunch choice is. And after the kids do it on the board, then it's one of my students' jobs to, we used to have them write it on a slip of paper and bring it to the cafeteria, but you know, with this technology world, now there's a Google Doc. So I have a child who plays announcements on my front computer. They get that started for me, and then after announcements, they plug in on the Google Doc the lunch choice. So no one has to leave the classroom, and it's just directly to the Google Doc that everyone shares in the class, in the school. So it's really convenient. Right now, though, I get to do something so exciting. I'm gonna go sit on the carpet because as a part of my kids' science grades, their notebooks are in there from my second block. I am grading how they took notes because for 3rd quarter, all we did basically was research and write our paper. So I'm using each page of notes for a grade. Don't know exactly how I'm going to grade it yet, but we will see. Now, for some reason, there was one point in my life where I just kept buying containers and things from Dollar Tree and then kept them in the bags and never used them. So, just like Michelle from Pocketful of Primary, I'm taking my sandwich containers that I searched for and purchased, and I'm going to put my new fraction towers in them because they fit perfectly, and mine just came in bags. So we're gonna put those in there. Here's the problem I run into. Once I have all the containers, where do I store it all? Now, this is a little bit difficult because I ran out of my sandwich ones, but I had extra other ones, so I just used them for the time being. So maybe when they're all the same size, they'll fit somewhere a lot better. but this is what we're working with right now. So I moved, I don't know if you can see, my Chromebook cart back to where it was at the beginning of the year, because this space was just getting so crowded and kids were trying to hide right here, and it was just becoming an ordeal. So there's my word wall. It's better, easier to see now. My D's, I put them to the side because I ran out of room, whatever. It's fine. But that is something I have kept up with this year, and I'm hoping to keep up with next year. However, next year I'm going to be doing something a little bit different because I found this amazing word wall bundle on Teachers Pay Teachers. Up here, this bin used to be up there, and I'm gonna put it back up there, but I'm putting stuff away in it first. But I put those two black bins right there. That one has all my little like white dice containers, and then that one has the fraction cubes, fraction towers. That also has all my Blurt Bean stuff. People were asking about Blurt Beans. It was just a behavior management thing. If you look up Blurt Beans, a bunch of different things will come up. A lot of people use it just when they bring their students to the carpet. That way, if they blurt, they have something tangible, they hold a bean, and if they blurt out, they have to give you a bean. And then whoever has their beans at the end, it goes in the jar, which is the jars that you guys have seen. The kids will get some kind of reward when it gets halfway full, whatever you want. I was using it for my block 1, and it made them really aware of the amount of times they called out, and it fixed a lot of the behaviors, so I stopped using them. It was also kind of a hassle to pass them out and collect them every single day, especially since we switched classes, but it was something new for the time being, and it worked. But I'm back to just using Dojo. That's where I found the problem. It kind of like overlapped, and I wasn't taking points from kids who were blurting out constantly because I was just taking beans, so it wasn't having an effect on their consequences. So going through my stuff, I found a ton of glue sticks, so I restocked that. I also found a ton of pencils, so I'm gonna have a kid go through and empty all those out. I'm not gonna waste my time doing that. So that's awesome. Oh, I have my numbers that were draped across this wall at the beginning of the year, and I'm going to wipe those names off them so they're just ready for next year when I put them away. So that I decided this is more work than I want to be doing right now. I'm using a Clorox wipe, but I still have to push kind of hard to get it all off, and it all does come off. But that was one that barely had any names on it, so the other ones are going to take a while. I tried the second one rubbing Expo marker on it first, but then that took twice the amount of time. So I'm just going to put them away and deal with it at another time. This is what it looks like with all of those boxes there. That clear one up top is what the fraction stuff came in. I have no use of it right now. It's all right there. Just went through my scissors and noticed I'm missing 8 pairs. So that's awesome. Those were given to us by PTO, and I just got a class set this year, so I really want to keep those, so we'll have to be on the lookout for those. What I'm going to do right now is put these task cards up around the room with sticky clips. Michelle Ferre, Pocketful of Primary, did just show this, and I thought this was an awesome idea with these sticky clips that stay on the wall. Instead of taping up and putting down every time you put something around the room, I think I always want something up around my room, or at least have it readily available. So I'm going to put these up in locations that they can always stay, and then this is what I'm going to have my kids review first. It's going to be one of my new centers. Alright, so now you can see there are task cards up in random places around the classroom, and it's as simple as so now I have to make sure that kids are not taking them. They're not going to fall out on their own because they're very lightweight, and these hold them in there nicely, but kids can tug, so hopefully they will be respectful. So it is 1:23, and I think I'm going to get ready to head out. I'm getting pretty hungry and I didn't bring a lunch. I have no choice at this point, and it's getting pretty warm in here. I feel like I got a lot accomplished. I updated the data, put things on the wall that I've been putting off, and I have my task cards around the room ready to go for an activity. So my plan right now is to go home and grade all of this stuff, update my grade book, everything that I wanted to do over break that I haven't gotten to yet, and hopefully look into a little bit of planning. A boat just fell off the wall. Awesome. Tomorrow is an optional work day. That means I get to choose if I want to be here or use one of my days for it. But of course, I'm gonna be here. So I don't know what my plan is for tomorrow yet, as in what I'm going to do. Obviously, I'm gonna get copies ready and things, but hopefully I can organize a little bit more. I'm feeling good about where I'm at. I have everything mostly graded, I think. I just have to enter it in the grade book. Yeah, and we do have school on Friday. Not sure who's gonna be here. It's our snow day makeup day, so it's gonna be a weird day. I'm planning on pulling the small groups I can and just basically doing some review with word problems, and I think I'm gonna we're allowed to use our NC check-ins, our benchmarks that we just took. We're allowed to get the books back and go over the problems with the kids. So I may do some of that. But other than that, I'm not starting anything new. I definitely think I want to do like multi-step word problem stuff and just digging deeper into problems. And the stuff I have up around the room will be for Monday when we start centers again. I was just editing my other vlog yesterday and I saw that I never showed you the spinner I made. So this is just a bunch of colored cardstock, and it's in 5 because I have 5 groups, and then I got it laminated. I taped the back with really intense tape, the only tape I had at home. This could not fit through my personal laminator, which I'm a little disappointed about because it would have been much more sturdy, but that's okay. So this is representing my groups. It didn't have to be this big. I could even cut it down because there's nothing going to be written on these colors, but we'll see. I also have a mini one with just 3 colors. As you can see, it's a lot smaller, so I might cut the other one down to this size. But I really like this. This is for my second block when my AIG gets pulled. They leave my class on Mondays and Tuesdays, so I have groups. I have 3 groups instead of my 5 groups. So that's what this is for. So what I have to do now is decide where this circle is going to land on, the different centers, and I'm gonna mix them together differently than I have in the past. Let me show you. I talked about this in my centers video, but this is what I have on the board right now. It's just a lot, especially for the kids who can't read graphs very well. Their names used to be up here with their groups. It's not that challenging, but it's definitely like too much. Like, this is good for me, but for kids, I think the spinner idea is a lot easier. So, being said, I'm starving. Time to head out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is day 2 of no makeup. Sorry if I look scary. So I graded all my work at home last night. Realized I'm missing quite a few things. I will be searching for those today. If you couldn't tell, I'm tired. It's gonna take me a minute to get going this morning, but I have a lot to do, so I can't waste any time. Maybe I should go look for some coffee. When I'm worried about missing all these quizzes, and they're right in my grade book. Right, so since we have school tomorrow and the kids are not going to be excited to be here, we are doing an Easter egg hunt, but not just any old Easter egg hunt. We are hunting for multi-step word problems. So what I'm gonna do is cut these up, just the word problem part, stick them in eggs and put them around the room and have the kids hunt for them and fill out a page like this, kind of like for a scoot, but I'll probably leave a lot more room since they are two-step problems. So I have the original copy of the word problems and I'm reading through to make sure I want to keep it, but since I have multiple pages that start with problem number 1, I'm going through and lettering them. So the first page I did 1A, 2A, 3A, and then if I like the problem here and I want to use it, I find the problem I've already cut and I add that letter with it. That way on the answer sheet the kids will understand the difference. I got all my eggs in one basket and now it's time to hide them around the classroom. It may not look like there's too many, but they are multi-step word problems, so that's plenty of problems for an hour. Guys, I'm finally about to go through the file drawer. I went through this like once this year. So they're all sorted, guys. Everything is sorted by standard and the drawer is completely empty. Now I need to put it in file folders and put it over in my filing cabinet. So I'm simply grabbing a file folder, grabbing a stack of stuff, the sticky note that goes with it, writing it on the top and putting it in the file. So everything is complete. Obviously my NBT files are the biggest, but I even went ahead and made files for the standards we haven't gotten to yet. So I'm gonna put these away now. All my files. My camera's about dead, so this is the bookshelf that sits right behind my table in the front of my classroom. And it has just become a dumping zone. So I'm gonna go through that and organize that now. This looks much better. Now, these two bins on the bottom have nothing in them. My iPad's just resting on top, besides the little extra cords and spray. But these are my materials that match the students' materials. And I haven't been doing a good example of showing them some responsibility. These are my phone numbers for both my classes. I had them binded, but some of them were falling out anyway, so I just put them on a ring. I have block 1 and block 2. Before block 2 was just laying here, not even bound. So put rings around those. Here's a pile of sticky notes and some pencils in case I have to write anything down when I'm on the phone. This is for my activity tomorrow, and then above there is just school numbers and important things. So, much better. Oh my goodness, my motivation to be a teacher today is 0. I'll let you know how it goes. My eyelashes don't even, like, what is that? I went. Hey guys. So I didn't get to update you after school because I went right away with the other 4th grade math teacher and we planned the rest of the week. She is about to have a baby, so we're trying to get ahead, but getting ahead for us is not that far ahead. I'm so frustrated though because we plan so well together. And it's something we did at the beginning of the year. And then it like stopped throughout the year because she had to leave school early every day to pick up her son from daycare. And so we never got to plan like we are right now. And she was sitting there and she's like, why have we never done this before? And the truth is we just didn't have the time, but like, oh my gosh, we have our whole week planned, like copies ready to be made and everything, and that is like a first for us. So, a little embarrassing, but you know, we got this. we start decimals on Monday. Now today I had 10 kids absent in my homeroom and I had 7 kids absent in my other class. So I'm glad that I just planned a little word problem Easter egg hunt. I posted pictures on my Instagram. Well, I haven't yet, but by the time you see this, I have. The kids were so engaged in these word problems. And all we did was go on an Easter egg hunt, open the egg, and solve the problem. Like, what? There was a lot more kids at school than we all thought there would be. There was still like a ton absent, but there was still a ton there. And the kids were coming in with the mindset that, oh, spring break's over, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just like, no, it is not over. It is far from over. I still have 2 more days of spring break. And now tonight, and I'm feeling good about next week. I have a lot to plan this weekend for, I know I said I was just planned, but I'm like changing centers up a little bit, so I just have to fix my organization of them. And then I just have to go in Monday morning early and make sure everything's organized and ready to go. But I'm really excited to be able to start centers again and just get back into a solid routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this short 3-day vlog, which was actually probably longer than my last one, which was 2 weeks combined, because I had so much time to film on my work days. But I hope it was fun to watch. I love your guys' comments and messages. You're all so sweet, and those of you who aren't teachers yet and tell me that I'm an inspiration to you, that's amazing to me, because I remember when my whole life all I wanted to do was be a teacher. And the fact that you can start to experience that at such a young age and see what we are doing in the classroom, like behind the scenes, is really cool, I think. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up so it reaches more teachers, and I will see you guys next week.